Now, with his visits to Benue and Lagos states yesterday, Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo has now concluded his interactive sessions with stakeholders and delegates of the ruling All Progressives Congress in all the 36 states, as well as the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The Vice President began the interactive sessions with the delegates in Ibadan, Oyo State, on Friday, April 22nd. Now, during the interactive sessions, Professor Osinbajo fielded questions on various national issues, including security, economy, technology, education, health, youth, women empowerment. Others were social investments, and he also exchanged ideas on issues of national development, governance, as well as politics.
Yes, indeed. Well, for more on this, the Vice President's spokesman, Laolu Akande, joins us on Newsnight tonight. Thank you so much. It's good to see you on the show. Well, now that the Vice President has rounded off his, meetings with delegates, trying to sell himself, but let's even put that aside. I'm curious to know what the meeting, with the Vice President and President Buhari today, what was it all about? Did it have anything to do with the upcoming primaries? Did it have anything to do with Osinbajo's candidacy?
Well,
give us the details,
if
you can.
I don't get to divulge presidential chats or discussions, but I can say that, as we all know, the Vice President meets the President very often. They work together, and so him meeting the President today is not really something that it's out of the usual stuff.
Yeah, we know it's not out of the ordinary, but I mean, this is just barely 48 hours to the primaries. Yeah, are you saying that nothing about the primaries, about his candidature, came up in that meeting?
Yeah, well, that's the point I just made, that, that question is way above my pay grade to divulge presidential discussions. But I'm sure that, they must have touched on a number of issues, and, your guesses are as good as mine.
Well, let's talk about something within your pay grade, if you would. The travel across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The delegates have been described as the beautiful bride. They seem to be expressing the same optimism and excitement with every aspirant that visits them. What sort of response would you say has been genuine that they've been giving the Vice President? What will make him stand out from the 28, 27 other aspirants that we have?
Well, for me, it's the frankness that has featured in all of the discussions. So what the Vice President does is that he opens up these meetings by saying, look, let's just ask the questions. Let's have a discussion. Instead of me giving you a formal speech, what are the issues that you want us to talk about? What are the things that are important to you in your state, or national issues, of politics and governance? And so is the frankness, is the blunt interaction that often takes place that tells an observer like me that this is serious. I mean, the kind of questions that people pose to him, and the kind of answers he gives them, and then I see how many of them become very informed, and quite a lot of them, are saying to many people around them that this guy, sure does know what he's saying. So for me, what is unique here is that the Vice President has been able to hold very serious conversations about the future of this country, very serious conversations about the future of the party, and ideas have been exchanged, and people have a clear understanding of why it is that he's running.
Okay, well, he did meet with delegates in Lagos, and I'm wondering what exactly are his chances of clinching Lagos delegates, I mean, with the likelihood that they may have been on lockdown by the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu camp. What are his chances on that? And then again, the Vice President says the last 7 years have prepared him, for the task ahead, that President Buhari has, put him in good stead. In what specific areas, really, has he learned from President Muhammadu Buhari? Because some would say that what he sees as a strength could actually work against him.
Okay, well, so generally, he's made his speech to all the delegates of the party, all the stakeholders across the country, and we are very confident that people are going to be voting their consciences. One of the things that has happened in this interaction is the fact that people have come to realize that that this particular election, and of course the primary that leads to the general election, is one that will be very significant for the progress of Nigeria. And so we are very confident that the kind of exchanges that we have seen clearly point to the fact that people are going to take this.
My point is
serious.
In terms of Lagos,
wherever across the country,
is Lagos not a concern at all?
In terms of
yeah, based on the point that I raised, that Bola Tinubu may have locked down Lagos delegates.
Well, and my response to that is that the Vice President has made a speech. We don't see any place as being locked down. We believe that on Sunday, people will be able to vote their conscience. That's the whole idea of democracy. It's not about somebody dictating to people. These delegates they are delegates in their own right, and that is why the Vice President has made it the point of duty to interact with them. And what he has done is that he has personal interaction. He spends moments one-on-one with all the delegates all across the 36 states and FCT. He had opportunities to even talk to them one-on-one, short moments, but clearly he has met every of them one-on-one. He even takes personal photos at the end one-on-one with all these people. So we believe that these delegates are individuals. They have their own views. They have their own perspective. They have their own aspirations for the future of our country.
And for those who say, he's been around for quite a bit, from Lagos State Attorney General and then Vice President, for those clamoring for new blood and a departure from
the old,
and what obtains, what does it say to people like that? Why should Nigerians rally behind him? He's been around.
Well, so I think it's more about what somebody brings to the table. So you talk about Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who in 1988 was a special advisor to the Attorney General of the Federation. At that time, there were only 4 of them. And of course, we've seen, the testimony of Prince Bola Jibola about how he served selflessly and did a lot of hard work before he became commissioner. And of course, again, we all know what he did in this country, trying to reform the Lagos judiciary. And what he has done in Lagos is what has become the pattern all across the country, even up to the federal. So the point here is that you have somebody who at every intersection of his public life and service has left very important legacies and has brought a lot of transformation in every assignment that he does. So you need that kind of commitment, you need that kind of capacity, you need that kind of a person that has the strength of character. And by the way, it's also somebody that connects very easily with every age group.
What's the most proud about? I mean, as the head of the National Economic Council of Nigeria, when you look at the economy of Nigeria, which is supposed to be the biggest economy on the continent of Africa, is Professor Yemi Osinbajo proud of what the Nigerian economy is at the moment? Well,
we don't deny that there are challenges. Many of them are caused by external factors. For instance, what happened with the lockdown, the COVID lockdown, and what is going on right now with the Ukrainian conflict. But if you look at what is being asked to do in specific instances, because as Vice President, of course, you know that your role is to be, told this is what I want you to do. That is the President prerogative. If you look at each of the assignments that he was given, then you'll be able to assess him better. For instance, when he was asked to take off to pioneer the implementation of the social investment program, everybody saw how that was done transparently. How it is that people that were qualified, got it because those are the right people, and the programs won accolades locally and internationally. If you look at how when he was asked to also bring up a plan for the economic sustainability, after the COVID infused recession, you saw how it is that the plan was developed, led by a team that he led, and then implementation, Mr. President said, go ahead and implement it, and then, World Bank.
But the Vice President has been accused, he's been accused of not taking a firm stance when it comes to major national issues
Like
he seems to have, shied away every now and again, trying to play safe.
Like which issue?
But the issues of security, for example, the issue of zoning, the issue of restructuring, for example.
Okay.
That he has not really been clear on those.
So if you have time,
what are his positions on those?
So restructuring. Let's talk about restructuring. So again, all you need to do is look at his record. The vice president is about the only person who has pushed the ideas, the objective of restructuring judicially. When he was Attorney General, he went to the Supreme Court about 12 times, and he was the one that won some of the rights that the states have today. So if you talk about restructuring, trying to make the states stronger, you don't have a greater advocate than Yemi Osinbajo. If you talk about devolution of powers, for instance, we all know the famous case when Lagos had the conflict with the federal government on creation of local governments, which then led to the former president Obasanjo holding on to the funds of Lagos State. Went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court affirmed that states can actually create their own local governments, and vindicated him. So if you look at what he has done, there is no, you don't have a stronger advocate.
Well, we can only wish him the best. We look forward to the super convention or the special convention of the All Progressives Congress over the weekend. Thank you so much, Laolu Akande.
Thank you for having me.